predictions, one destination. Euro 2024 begins now.
All the teams are now released. We could not be more hyped for these Euros.
Today, we're going to be doing our Euro 2024 predictions for the tournament. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe because we're going to be doing 2 YouTube videos a week during the Euros. So it's going to be pretty busy for us.
Extremely busy, but I know you guys love the content, so we're going to keep it coming.
The hosts, Germany, headline the group made of Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. Die Mannschaft will be arriving with stars such as Kroos and Musiala, but will have competition from some dangerous players in the group. Who will be going through?
Now, if anyone doesn't have Germany as their number 1 in this group, you're kind of crazy because this group screams of mid. I'm not going to cap.
Not only do I have them first in the group, I'm already using my first
Wild
side. Yeah.
For
I'm
what?
saying they're the winners of the tournament.
Are you
You're
crazy?
That's a stretch.
I'm sorry. They already had an insane lineup last European competition. And ever since then, they've just somehow gotten more and more players that are good.
And they've gotten
deeper
more and more
deeper.
disappointing every single international tournament.
But you should mention that they're playing at home. So that's a big advantage right away.
Also, Nagelsmann has made them into a competitive team, unlike Hansi Flick, who was, safe to say, he was terrible for Germany.
Look, before Toni Kroos announced that he's coming back, I probably would have had them as my flop of the tournaments. But now that
Bro,
Toni Kroos is
Toni
back,
Kroos does not change
It doesn't change
like,
it.
yeah,
Toni
okay,
Kroos just makes it way
one
better.
of the best midfielder in the world doesn't change anything. I'm looking at them maybe like a quarterfinal exit. That's what I'm looking at them.
Just player quality. And unfortunately, if you don't have the system, sometimes player quality carries you. And in this case, it's okay if you don't like the tactics of Germany or Nagelsmann, but the player quality is carrying.
It's the yeah.
Like,
but
what
the
holes
player
are you guys
it's
seeing?
like that meme of that horse. All the way at the back, it's gorgeous, but then at the front, it's like, and you're still pulling up to a major tournament with Havertz at striker.
So what, you think Havertz is really that much of a liability?
You have
Yes.
Füllkrug, which is a CL finalist, and you have him as an option, and you
Okay,
have
bro.
Havertz, which had a solid season
So
at
when we
Arsenal.
get to Austria and we mention Sabitzer, make sure you mention that he's a CL finalist, okay, bro?
I will mention it. Actually, is something
Brother-
that I will be mentioning. I've
Brother,
written down.
they're first in the group, but let's move on to the next team.
Keep that energy, bro.
Gotta
Let's
be
make a
first.
comp with this fella.
We're looking at the other teams here. Germany is the clear first option, but we also have Scotland here too. Do you have them in that second spot or do you have them a bit lower?
I could not have them further from that second spot. I have them 4th, and if there was a 5th team, I'd have them 5th.
I have them 4th also. I'm not
What
going to
the hell?
cap.
We got
But
all of them 4th.
It's a little harsh, I'm not
because
gonna
they're
lie.
going in, the form going into the tournament's not nice. It's not
Hasn't been
pretty
great.
right now.
I would love to put Scotland higher. I like Scotland as a team. I feel like they have good quality around the pitch. Like, they have solid names.
Oh,
McTominay,
McGinn,
McGinn.
Tierney.
But what, you're going to get McTominay in the box scoring goals?
The issue is that it's going to be like Chelsea with those right wingers. You're going to have like 7 left backs playing on the field if they play all the best
Evan
players.
Ferguson, too, which had a good
Evan
season.
Ferguson's Irish, but yeah.
They're missing that pure striker that scores the goals, and I think they'll struggle.
Paolo, just want to clarify, you meant Lewis Ferguson there, right?
I meant the CM that plays for Bologna, whoever that may be.
Exactly.
Bologna legend.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, Evan Ferguson's the striker that plays for Brighton.
Yes.
But back to the Scotland talk. I have them 3rd in this group. I don't think they're dead last. I think they may get some points off of Hungary here, but I don't know. It's between Hungary or Scotland in that last spot. But I do have them 3rd here. But
3rd?
I do have them 3rd.
That
but
means
now-
you have Hungary 4th?
I do have Hungary 4th. I don't think they make it out the group.
They have a good team, Millie.
And they've been good in
individually.
qualifiers.
Individually.
I think
they are
they're
good.
hungry to get out of the groups.
However, see, here's the thing.
Bro, I'd rather mess up the Fergusons than say what this brother
Well,
just
something
said.
like that, I might have to boost
They're
you out of it.
3rd, but I think they're hungry for more.
And he doubled down.
They're going to
and
be
he doubled
starving
down.
in that 4th spot. How about that?
Maybe they should eat some Swiss cheese.
Save us.
I'm being held hostage.
I don't want to be saved.
Blink twice.
So where did you guys have Hungary placed then?
3rd.
3rd.
Second.
Oh, so
Second.
You guys,
Second.
I think they're making that little push.
Name me more than 5 Hungarian
Bro,
players.
why is this the bar for if a team is good or not, bro? They can play good football.
Trust me, even if I picture their faces, I just don't know how to say their names. Half of them have a Shuzhulabai, Willy Orban.
I don't think half of them have Szoboszlai in their
He
name.
said
It's
half
a
of
lot
them
of
have-
consonants.
half of them have Szoboszlai and half Orban. the duality. But anyway, I like the system. I don't know if you're referring to their tactics.
I'm just referring to have good players individually that could carry a team.
I don't agree with that.
People
though.
They have
have the X
Kerkesh,
factor.
they have Szoboszlai, who are good players who play for top European teams, but outside of that, the drop-off for me is like high.
too big. It's very big. We've seen other teams in the past that have 2 or 3 like world-renowned players, but it's not enough to push them over the top. I do think Hungary is last in this group, but the last team in Group A, it is Switzerland. Boys, I have them going through.
I have them going through also in second, but honestly, it would not surprise me if they disappointed this tournament. The days of Shaqiri carrying that attack are long gone.
I'm glad you said that, Varvar.
And
It's time
I'm
for
glad you said
Okafor to
that.
step up.
You know why I'm glad you said that? Because I have them as my dark horses of the tournament.
crazy?
I've already
That's-
used two of my little Mixtapes here.
Right in Group A too, right at the beginning. Good.
Listen, they have quality all around the pitch. It's young quality. You're talking about Shaqiri, brother. Shaqiri is the pass of the team. That's the last person
still
I'm
in the
looking-
squad.
I know, because he's solid. And that's the same. We had Bonucci Chiellini for Italy for such a long time. You can have solid cornerstones of the team, but
Who's gonna carry that team?
brother, the back line is all quality.
Switzerland have shown to be a very tough team to place. Last Euros, they beat France in the penalty. They did a deep run
yeah,
considering
but
their stats.
It was
the
in
age
penalties, though.
profile of that group in the Euros.
Who are you talking about?
Shaqiri was so
Bro,
crucial.
it's not about Shaqiri, bro.
It is.
He's
That's
still
the
playing
issue.
just as...
And Mbolo is injured going into the
Who
tournament.
cares, bro? Okafor.
Mbolo was
he
not
hyped
that
him
good
up.
in the
Say it
Euros.
or not, but
Mbolo
that-
was good last Euros.
Embolo was sick.
Not really. Like
The
he
World
was
Cup-
okay. He
No,
scored.
you're-
No,
Oh,
he
he
there,
was
was,
good.
there was that right winger, Vargas.
Yeah.
That guy was sick. That guy's good.
Regardless, Okafor, I hate to hype him up, but for Switzerland, he's good.
Even for Milan.
And there are our Group A predictions. Let's go on to the next group. Considered the group of death, Spain and Croatia will need to stop the Azzurri's title defense in what is shaping up to be the group of the tournament. With Albania having great youth prospects, it will be tough to see them get through. Let's see who makes it to the knockouts.
This is one of the toughest groups of the tournament, in my opinion. I think we're gonna see some good matches over here. I feel like Spain is probably first, and they might dominate this group, in my
Berms,
opinion.
I'm sorry. I think this might be I think
A
this
what?
may be a disappointing tournament for us. But I'm gonna reserve. But we're gonna start with Spain. Spain, I do have them first in my
I have
my
them
table.
first.
I have them
Also.
first too, but really not a convincing first.
I don't know. I think it might be more convincing than we think.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna
this is
smoke.
9 points. I think this is like
No, maybe not
I
nine.
agree with
Croatia's,
no, I
I'm
agree with
guaranteeing Croatia's taking points off of Spain.
no.
Yes, sir.
They do have a bit of history. Not gonna lie, but even Italy, Spain, a ton of history. Last Euros, even.
You add 2 wingers like Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal to that team, which was already cooking. It's like it's getting scary.
And who's scoring?
Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal.
No.
And Morata. Morata's good.
Morata has a track record of being a reliable goal scorer. You should know as a Juve fan. He might not be insane, but he scores when he needs
How
to.
much-
The brother could stay on side. He's a good finisher.
How old do you think Morata is?
33, 32,
And how old is Shaqiri?
36.
And you're talking him as if he's a geriatric
One is in
versus
the MLS
Morata,
and one plays for Atletico Madrid.
and it just doesn't matter for Shaqiri. But for Morata,
One is actually shit for Chicago Fire. Like, it smells like shit.
you don't watch MLS, so shut your trap.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I think Spain. They
Pull up Shaqiri's MLS stats right now.
Right
Oh my
now,
God. Why are we
right
talking
here.
about Shaqiri?
boys. Back to Group B. Back to Group B, boys. But Spain, it's as if they reloaded for this tournament for some reason. Like they're coming into this tournament stronger than last tournament. It looks. It
They
feels
reloaded
like.
on their shit, bro.
Bro, what do
No.
you bro, if you look at the squad depth,
No.
Bro, you have Rodri, Pedri.
but there's even underrated ones like
How's
Alex
Pedri been this
Baena.
season?
He's coming back from injury. What? I don't know. Pedri has never shown me a reason to doubt him or anything.
Never.
If there's any time, it should be right now. Then.
Never.
So it's a full consensus here. Spain first.
After Pedri almost dropped player of the tournament last Euros, but whatever. We won't discuss that.
So then we're going to Croatia now. Croatia, I wouldn't say my dark horse, but they are. I think a lot of people doubt them, considering they don't have the strength that they had a couple.
Okay, I'm just
tournaments
gonna
ago.
rip off the band-aid. They're second.
That's crazy. That's crazy because I find Modric is getting older, bro. Bro, Modric
That
is
is
getting older.
crazy.
Every player
what
on that
place do
team
you
is
think
aging.
Italy gets in my group stage?
I don't want to know. So
You're-
Firms, continue.
The team is old. They don't have young
And
players.
Modric, every single time he plays well. So,
But Modric this year, we saw a step back. And
but are you
a
expecting
guy like Modric is supposed to carry Croatia.
Okay, so let's say I'm gonna use the same analogy. Bonucci and Chiellini. You're actually expecting Modric in this tournament that when he plays, he's not gonna drop an 8 out of 10 or 9.
However, the
might.
difference is
He might.
Bonucci and Chiellini are center backs.
Yes.
Modric is the center of that team.
Yeah, that's
And you look forward, Petrovic, Kramaric, those guys are
Petrovic
not...
is actually decent for
They're
Croatia.
fine. They're fine
Well,
players.
also Brozovic. I mean, I don't know if Brozovic is going to be starting this tournament,
doubt
but
it.
that's a brother that I kind of stopped caring about football.
Save that energy of we got shit attackers for Italy, okay? And we'll
I
save
will,
that
I will.
energy.
Croatia statistically have the third best percentage of making it out the groups in this group. So I put them third. I think for me,
So you're just following.
Millie's an off the type
stats.
of guy. He's
Yeah.
just
I'm
whatever it
looking
tells
at the
me.
stats here, but Croatia for me, if it was like closer to their 2018 team, I would be a bit more confident.
That 2018 team was scary. Now
It
it's
was ridiculous.
If Italy was closer to that 2006 team, I would have put them higher.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that they had quality then, but it hasn't translated to a new generation.
Yes,
of
it has,
Croatia
bro. You
players.
have Gvardiol
No.
at the back.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, he had a good World Cup,
They
but
made,
that
it to,
didn't lead
they
to
made it to a
anything.
World Cup final with Lovren and Vida at the back, and now I'm not expecting them to do well with Gvardiol.
but that's the problem.
That's
Vida
a
is a
prime
40-year-old.
Modric, prime
Domingos
Perisic,
Vida,
prime
legend of the
Kovacic,
sport.
prime Mandzukic. Like they
Prime
don't have.
Kovacic. I could argue Kovacic is still someone in his prime.
No, he is not.
I wouldn't say in his
You can
prime,
argue he's still good, but not in his prime.
but I don't know. I think Croatia doesn't make the cut. They might be one of those third place teams that make it through. If we're gonna look.
This is how I
maybe.
envision the group going, okay? I have 9 points for Spain, 4 points for Croatia, 4 points for Italy, and 0 for Albania.
So we don't make it on goal difference, is what you're saying.
Is you're third on goal difference. Well, we are third.
See,
on
that's
goal.
just hater shit right
That's
there.
hater.
Because not only is he giving us the tie, he's also saying, by the way, he's not Italian.
I am Italian.
He's equal on points, but he's just hater shit. We're gonna be down on goal difference. For what reason? God knows.
Look,
So wait, just want to confirm. Croatia, where are we putting them, guys?
Third. Three.
Third as well. So I think we go to Italy now. This is.
I have them third.
That rip the Band-Aid off. Man, you ripped the Band-Aid off a freaking.
I have them
cast,
third.
bro.
Nothing positive is happening with the Italian national team.
I doubt.
The
I
only
disagree.
negative is not scoring goals. But
What's the positives?
everything else.
What?
We're good defensively. We're good at passing the ball. We're fierce
We're
when it
good
comes
defensively.
to
Look at the players we're pulling up to the World Cup.
Look
with.
at Croatia's players. What's the difference?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's
Vida.
fair. This is my left brain and my right brain trying to figure out what to do with Italy. Because bro, you'll give the benefit of the doubt for shit like not for player
Because
quality
they've
lineups
given
like
me
Croatia,
reason.
but not for Italy.
They've given me reason to give them benefit of the doubt. Italy have been shit the entire.
Okay, we'll see where you have
qualifying
teams like Austria. We'll wait to see
Okay.
because teams like that where they're just like they're good in qualifiers, but their teams are actually mid. We'll see where you put them.
Italy, you have. I don't think there's any other place to put them but second. I think they will just get in. It won't be convincing, but when has it ever been convincing for Italy? Like topping, we've never really topped groups and finished clean. It's always been last match day kind of thing.
Not the last Euros.
Last Euros was something
We
special.
weren't favorites though.
But
Last
we're
year
not
weren't
favorites.
We all went into the tournament saying we're
We
gonna win.
Bro,
Italians.
we're
Yeah.
no one.
Yes,
Because
but
The odds said that
us
we were
as
not
Italians
favored.
can communally agree we are shit.
But you asked.
listen, you can't deny also some key players gone also. Injuries are riddling this whole tournament too if you look at it. But Italy especially, Scalvini's out, Acerbi's out. There's a lot of players that are not going to make the
try
tournament
to
that
make
were huge.
Acerbi look crucial challenger.
Yeah, but also you look at Tonali, you look at players like that could have made the
Yeah,
team.
Tonali would've
Like
been-
we
Brother,
have a
knew
deep
Tonali
team.
was out 9 months ago, so
I know,
that's
but
not-
we would have had a deep team if everyone was 100%.
If-
100%.
The depth is scary.
Udoji injured.
Yeah, that's-
Come when the tournament starts, Italy's starting 11 is shit. So the prediction does not include the hypothetical Italy
No.
11.
Okay, so I'll give you one even better then. It's the first game.
I'm gonna give you one more, like
the
LeBron
first,
James.
it'll be dependent on the first game. If Italy do not win that first game, we don't make it out of the groups.
Bro, if we lose versus Albania,
Cooked.
it's all right. We already lost.
Let's take 2 seconds here to speak about Albania.
Wait, we didn't say we said just for clarity, two.
3,
Oh, I already knew yours. Don't worry
and then
about it.
Albania 4 for all of us.
Albania's 4 for
Albania four.
everyone.
It's a good young team. I mean, they have some players breaking out at major clubs, but it just doesn't
Broja.
have that. Yeah, but
Jim
no.
City.
No, but there's certain
Jim City's like
players
30.
that are. Look, this is just what the transfer market value is telling me. There's certain players that are breaking out at certain clubs, but they
Millie
don't
would
have
like a
that
word.
star power. They don't have that star power needed at European.
Hold on, I got
Yes, yes, he
They
is.
do have a Scudetto winner on that team, by
Yeah.
the way.
Albanian.
He said,
Just a heads up.
Lani,
Aslani, Scudetto winner.
Lani.
Probably
Will
won't
be
start.
starting.
Won't start.
But might as well be captain, bro, of Albania.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what you're talking
Anyway, it's unfortunate for Albania and Albanian fans because, I mean, you get to watch. If you didn't think you were gonna make it out of the group, at least now you're getting to watch your team not make it out versus like pretty cool teams.
Albania never hurt nobody. But unfortunately, I think we do have them fourth. Up next, it is Group C. Let's see the teams. England may seem like the big giants of the group, but don't take the other teams for fools. Denmark are coming in hot from a solid qualifying. Slovenia and Serbia will have their work cut out for them. But anything can happen in the Euros.
Group C is an interesting group. Not only are there two flags that we often mistake each other for,
Slovenia,
or Firms does.
Speak for
Slovenia
yourself.
and Serbia.
I know Serbia because I got some Dons on my club that are Serbian. But let's start with Denmark. Because Denmark's an interesting situation. I know some of us might see them out, some of us may see them in.
They're
have a good core.
actually my dark horses for the tournament.
Yo, I had it written, and then
They have, if you actually deep position by position, they have quality in almost every single
except for
position.
striker.
Yeah, Rasmus Højlund, only one of the best young strikers in the world. But Denmark, I have them number 2 just because yes, you're not gonna beat England. Let's be real here.
Wow.
England, because England's a powerhouse, like one of those top 2-3 teams in the tournament. But Denmark could definitely, if they get some favorable draws in there in the round of 16 quarterfinals, I could see them making semifinals, final push potentially.
It depends the luck of the draw also, who they get on that side. But because second place, if you finish the group second, you end up with a juggernaut in that first quarterfinal round.
It depends.
It's difficult.
If the juggernaut doesn't finish first in the group,
Yeah, then it's an issue. But there's a lot of teams here that it looks like they will finish first. But
Yeah, that's a good point.
Denmark,
Christian
dark horse is
Eriksen,
not bad.
like there's players that on Denmark that come international tournament time, they always turn it up to a whole
Yeah,
new
Eriksen
level.
is-
They
one of
ball
the
out.
guys.
Listen, it's
mean-
a strong team.
The World Cup was one to forget, but
But that's why, like,
Most of the time, he does make it through.
don't you think they're too inconsistent sometimes?
Denmark?
They haven't found consistency.
no.
Where do you see that inconsistency?
They have like one loss in their last like 10 games or
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're a good team if you look individually.
And
It's
they've
just-
played teams like Slovenia, which they're going to be matched up against, and they've dominated
Yeah,
them. Like
they've
I'm talking
dominated
like
them.
3-4 XG to 0.05 XG.
no, it
Like,
was
dom-
1.94 to 0.08.
Okay,
I saw that same game.
we need to stop looking at ratings.
I think it's safe to say they are a strong team. I have them second in this group.
Yeah, me too.
I have them second as well.
Wow, we've actually agreed on something.
Wow, box to box moment right there. I'll put that in the next B2B quiz. What team did we all agree was second?
Anyway, moving on to, I mentioned that Slovenia.
Slovenia, unfortunately, I don't see them going anywhere but fourth.
Yeah, last.
Like
Really?
dead last. There's no
know.
firepower
It's
there.
the battle of the IAs for last place because
Brothers, we're forgetting Ilicic is back.
Okay, that's great. God bless.
I feel like that guy
God
was
bless his
35 like 5 years ago.
But he's still a baller. And isn't
Brother, ballers don't get you to like just one baller.
Yeah.
Yes, Sheshko. That
Sheshko
leads me
is-
to why I'm saying this, okay? In these big tournaments, you don't want to be frustrated in front of the net and not having a guy that can score. You have Jan Oblak that's going to help you with saving XG, and you have a guy like Sheshko that's going to score you goals that you shouldn't be scoring.
and you have
like,
Ilicic carrying the ball.
So
to them.
everything in between that we don't worry
No,
about.
no, I'm
right?
just saying those are. It's one that's going to capitalize on XG and one that's going to save you from XG.
Yes.
Statistically, with these teams, it's very difficult for top strikers to score. Like
You're lucky if you score a goal against
Yeah, that's what I'm
England.
saying.
But we're
like,
talking about Sheshko.
I know
and
we're
I've said
talking
it
about
many
Sheshko.
times. This guy
Bro,
is
Serbia could
very
be like
good.
Serbia could be like a 4-4 type of game. There's
I don't
goals there.
think so, bro.
So you're telling me he's a stat patter. He's gonna stat pad his way to player the
I mean, that's what Bruno Fernandes used his whole career, so
Yeah.
it's possible.
I don't know. I mean, all the better for him if he gets on the score sheet. But
This
like,
guy's saying congratulations, we're cooked. We're cooked.
it's great. I just don't see it happening in the group stage.
Millie, what team does Dominic Sheshko play for?
Dominic Sheshko. I'll make sure to change his legal name to Dominic
What's his first name?
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
I'm so bad with first names.
Listen, we could cover Serbia for now. Like just I'm not saying get Serbia out of the way, but
Okay, Millie, you win. Let's talk about Serbia since you have so much to talk about.
I have nothing to say about Serbia, honestly. But I do have them third.
Third?
I have them third as well.
They're gonna scrap.
I have them fourth. I just find their team isn't that good.
No, because so many times have I thought like, oh, Mitrovic, oh, Vlahovic, oh, Kostic, like, oh, these guys are
Milinkovic.
Like, there's gonna be so much there, and then it gets time to like actually go into these European tournaments, and they're just shit.
In the World Cup, they were so disappointing against Brazil and the other teams. I find
They actually played well against Brazil, though. I find.
If Serbia wasn't able to do anything in the World Cup, it's hard for me to see them do anything in the Euros when the competition is so much more condensed here. But that's a topic for another day. The last team in this group, it is England. I think if you don't have them first, then you're just kidding yourself.
In my winner here, I started writing England, but then I crossed it out for someone else. But
Oh boy.
England, if they're not first or your winner, they should be second as your winner.
Yeah.
If England doesn't win this tournament, is that a disappointment?
If they
Yes.
don't make the finals.
No, for
'Cause
that's
if you-
crazy.
No,
That's-
disappointment.
that's how
Disappointment.
Finals is where I say you got a good tournament.
They are besides France. There's really no other team in Europe that competes with their depth.
yeah, but if
They're
you make
stacked.
it to the final, that's a one-off game. I'll say you make it to the final, you got a good tournament.
Yeah, it depends
Fair.
what they do in between that. But for me personally, I have Harry Kane as my player of the tournament.
Oh
It's not a crazy shout. I thought about
Why
that
do you
also.
do that? Like,
Because if there's one guy that's has the opportunity to score every single game in the group stage, quarters, semis, and finals, it's Harry Kane.
Guaranteed to bag goals.
That's what I'm saying.
Pen taker.
There's really no other striker besides if
taker.
you look at France.
that's it.
Like
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
look-
we gave Ronaldo player of the tournaments for just off of pen, so
yeah,
I
like, the
didn't
bar's
give
pretty
him the
low.
trophy.
The bar's pretty low for that. So I think Harry Kane has a very, very good shot to win that player of the tournament. He's gonna bag the most
boring.
goals.
It's not about shout, though.
I hate it.
If not, he wins Golden Boot. Like he wins the
well, he's been a
tournament.
contender for Golden Boot in almost every single big tournament he's played in.
Exactly. So I think there's a good chance of him.
You don't have
making
them as
the
your winners, though?
I do not have them as my winners. There's another team that's taken that place, unfortunately.
Millie, Harry Kane debates aside, I think you were onto something with the team. I have Phil Foden as my player of the tournament.
Not a bad shout.
It's boring. I say it's boring just because, I mean, we're talking about a player that just broke out this season, PFA player of the tournament. Season, sorry.
There's not much breaking out to do.
There's not, but it's not a breakout. It's player of the tournament. I think he's going to be much more important than last tournament.
This could be arguable. If he, let's say, wins the Euros and then drops a player of the tournament campaign, would
That's
he
Ballon d'Or.
automatically be
Ballon d'Or?
forget Ballon d'Or? Would he arguably be the best English player of all time?
What the? Bro, what?
A little
The
bit of
standards are so low.
we got
The
ripped.
standards are low,
We
but
got
I'm
ripped
saying
in our 100 mil
Bro, are you
Korea side
acoustic,
video.
bro?
We
Are you
got ripped for
acoustic?
that.
How do you think, like, what made your mind go straight to that?
no, okay. If they win the Euros, probably Harry Kane's the best English player of all time. But
Bro,
he would already have a better England legacy
the
than the
Bobby
likes of
Charltons,
Gerrard.
the-
Okay, I'm not including the historic times.
I don't know.
The
Shearer.
dinosaurs were walking across the pitch at that point.
So there are our Group C predictions. Let's head to the next group. Group D consists of France, Austria, Netherlands, and Poland. A competitive group with a heavy favorite in France looking for another deep Euro tournament. Netherlands are looking to get themselves into the knockouts, but will need to get through tough opponents in Austria and Poland.
All right. They have the least colors in their flag, so let's talk about them first. Poland.
Another
Biggest thing.
international tournament. Another time when Disney goes home crying.
I like that.
Lewandowski's record in big tournaments are not good at all. He he scores in the qualifiers, he scores when it's important to get to the tournament, but we saw it in the world, like...
Are you
we
sure
saw it-
about that, Millie? Or are you
Yes.
just agreeing with Varvar?
No.
You're sure about
I
this
remember,
stat?
I remember watching him in last Euros, or even the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mixing...
Poland has always been a tough team to beat.
Yeah.
Tough team to beat, but they can't score.
Yes.
They cannot score.
And Chesney, man of the match performance after man of the match performance last World Cup, if I remember correctly. Like,
Yeah.
was-
Actually, I do remember that.
There was too much pressure on Lewandowski to score that he was not scoring.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he ended the tournament with like either one goal or two goals.
I'm gonna go. I'm Poland 4. It's their last.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
saying Poland 4.
I'm saying fourth
Last?
as well.
Yeah, I'm going last in my group.
They're hard to beat, but bro, their team is just getting older and older and older. And
Yeah.
Which name me. I don't know. Maybe you
Szymanski.
guy might know. Who are
That
some
guy's good.
youngsters?
Kiwior is a solid
Yeah.
player.
Yeah,
on that
Kiwior
team,
is
like-
solid.
But
Yeah.
it's not enough to
It's
to
a
get
good
past
team.
this group.
It's a good team.
Unfortunately, yeah, like I see
Yeah,
fourth
let's see.
being a possibility for them. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to be Lewandowski's last tournament, but
You guys want to move on to Austria? Austria could be on the fence for some of us.
Austria, some people have them not necessarily going through, but they're up there to be like that third spot. To get
I
through.
have them second.
I also
You're
have them second.
crazy.
Austria,
bit
if you have been deeping because Ralph Rangnick became coach after Manchester United, I kind of been keeping up with Austria and their qualifying.
And they've been nothing but class.
exactly win after win after win after win against some big nations
Yes,
too.
yes.
And their only loss came against France.
Look who the hipsters are now, Millie.
No, because it's
crazy
it's-
work.
This is facts on facts.
I don't
were
know about
good.
facts, bro. Qualifying shouldn't like it's a barometer to a certain extent, but the performances, I would say, after the first one or two games in the tournament, is more indicative of how it's going to
It's
go.
just that the squad, it's like it's actually weirdly like a club team. It's like that team was built for Ralph Rangnick ball. Every single midfielder there fits
they are.
Ralph. Exactly.
Bro,
they're all
all
from
these
RB Leipzig.
players-
They're all from
exactly.
Red Bull Salzburg, which is exactly what Ralph Rangnick built.
Bro, did me and you listen to the same podcast or something? Because bro, this whole team is built to gegenpress.
Like the team is good. I could see it being good enough to get through, but I don't know. It depends how they do in the tournament.
I feel like domestic teams, any domestic team like a Spurs, I feel like a Spurs would dominate in the Euros.
Yeah, because they have more time together. They are more
Like
drilled.
just having the same playing mentality puts you so much further into a tournament.
I agree, but that's where it comes to, like Austria. Yes, they play all together, but in the end, are they really gonna be playing the same way they do in Leipzig?
It makes them
Are they-
impossible to flop, I'll say. Not to do well, but it makes them impossible to flop because they always have that base of, we already know the system.
The same understanding.
But like a team like Italy where, like
lot of
Spalletti's coming
pieces.
in, it's already all these moving pieces coming in, they have the opportunity to actually fail.
Listen, Austria is a good team. It's just
But anyway, we have them second, you guys both have them
third.
Third, Millie?
I do have them third.
Okay. So I guess moving on, if we have them second,
I mean, someone's got to.
that means someone's got to be third.
And it's France. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's Netherlands. I
Right colors, but different orientation.
Netherlands, I have them as my flop of the tournament.
Me too, bro. Bro, why am I agreeing with
It
Varvar?
would not surprise me if they're one of the third place teams that actually don't even make it out of
I
the
agree.
groups. And if they do make it out of the groups, I think it's around the 16.
agree.
If
bang.
you're talking about a dominant qualifying campaign, it's Netherlands.
Yeah, but the issue with most of the qualifying, like Ronald Koeman doesn't move me. Like,
As a manager.
As a manager.
But then you look at individual brilliance. You have great players in
But
the
they
Netherlands
have-
team.
Who?
they have players
Van
like,
Dijk is still there, and
you
he's
cannot-
an excellent player.
The issue
Move around
with
the
this
pitch.
Dutch team is that they're still relying on players like Memphis Depay, who have not been reliable for a long time.
But
He
there's
was good last
also
tournament.
Yeah,
he
last
was.
tournament. But what has he done from that tournament to now?
It's crazy that you guys have them as disappointments because I actually have them as dark horses.
me too, Millie.
I have them as the dark horse.
Bro,
of the
what do you
tournament.
guys see? This is the same Netherlands I've seen for the last, 14 years. It's Van Gaal, Koeman, who else?
Pala,
They
last-
just keep rotating the same tactics.
Last World Cup, if it wasn't for the winners, Argentina, to knock them out,
That was Van Gaal managing that team,
Yes.
no?
it doesn't matter though.
It
It's the
does
same-
matter.
It's the same Netherlands player.
But it's Lothar. It's the same system every single
But it
tournament.
works. It works, and
Well,
I
how
agree
many
with
things do
Millie.
they have
This-
to show for it?
I don't.
Nothing.
Okay, but the thing is that I feel like this could be the tournament where they get past that slump, like that qualifying slump.
Who's making like guys like Wijnaldum, which used to be an integral part of the
Okay,
team, are
but
no
they still
longer
have
there.
De Jong, Koop Miners, who arguably could be one of the top players on the
He was
Dutch
better.
team.
He was better 2 years ago.
No.
Minor was better 2 years ago.
He's shitting on his own future Juve players just to
That's
prove his point.
crazy
That's
work.
crazy.
Well, he's
That's
gonna, be
egregious
he's gonna
point.
be as good as he was 2 years ago next year at Juventus.
Listen, if we get the Gakpo that we got at the World Cup,
That's
this
not
could be
showing.
good.
That guy is not showing up. I can
Gakpo.
guarantee you this.
okay,
Is Gakpo even playing?
There's a lot of players that show up for their national teams. He could be one of them. So all I'm saying is that this
If you're
Dutch
relying
team,
on Gakpo, I got
this
some
Dutch team
news
is
for
very
you.
Xavi
balanced.
Simmons.
That
Ultimately,
brother is shit.
Bro, this team
You
is
guys don't
stronger
know
than
about-
Italy.
Oh my god.
It's stronger
Yes.
than
That
Italy.
doesn't say much.
Yes, it does. Because Italy has the opportunity to go far. Go
No,
through
we
every
don't.
tournament.
You see, that's why I didn't have Italy as my flops of the tournament because
No.
I expect nothing. So Netherlands, I
so
expect
Netherlands
something.
are
This is crazy
overperforming
talk.
no matter what they do.
This is crazy
This
talk
is
I'm
one of the
hearing.
That's
best
crazy.
Netherlands Dutch generations of in a while. In the last decade, 100%.
I wouldn't say
Better
I
than the
wouldn't say
Robin
that.
Van Persie.
In the last 10 years.
2014.
Is that 2014?
That 2014 squad.
We're in 2024 now.
2010.
Didn't Robin play for Bayern up until what
2015, 2014?
No, 18, 19 or something like that.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
the year before they won CL.
Yeah,
Yes.
literally the year before they won CL.
Whatever.
And the last team here is France. Let's just make it quick. First,
Ramenez la coupe à la maison.
I saw that.
Allez,
One.
allez.
One. And I gotta say, I'm gonna be very boring here. Mbappe's
winner
gonna
of
be
the-
player of the tournament.
I thought you were gonna say winner.
Womp womp.
Oh yeah, they are the winner too.
that's
Thanks for reminding me. There's no way this France team does not win.
that's Firms.
There's no way.
Firms. I don't know what you're
That just
drinking
made
over
a
there.
comp.
Good. Make many of them, bro. Mbappe's destroying.
That just made my dark horse Denmark, my Denmark comp.
The script is just perfect. Mbappe joins Madrid. Mbappe destroys the tournament. Mbappe joins Madrid again.
I'll teach you
Can't
this.
believe it.
Okay, I fed into this script narrative for the CL. Okay, I ended up on 20 Dortmund comps. Okay, so the script does not always necessarily happen. I learned the hard way. Okay,
This script will, bro.
Firms, because it's crazy because I have them as my winners also.
Look
are
who's
my
hiding
winners
behind
also.
that camera.
Millie just seems to be waiting for opinions and then doubling.
I have it
down.
all written down, fellas. I'll show you after, but
This Millie FC Firms FC collab under the table is kind of going crazy.
For Billy FC, we up, bro.
Bro, they holding
Millie,
each other
look
like
it up.
this underneath the table.
that's crazy, bro. One
One hand or
opinion,
two hands, Millie?
one
double-
opinion that we
double
agree
barrel
upon,
or what?
and it's double barrel bullshit.
Are you like a Kylo Renning it, or are you like you're like?
We were naked choco, bro.
Gentlemen, back to the football talk, please.
Anyway, France. What do you want to say about them? They're so deep. They're so, like they're
Too good.
This is a team that has you can create 3A lineups and they can still be good.
So are we putting them to the same England standard? If it's not the final, you disappointed?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
100%.
I agree.
100%.
I agree
It's
100%.
relatively same situation. The manager's been there for long enough to know the team. The team has been together for long enough to know each other.
Yeah, but
It's
The issue-
also, sorry.
go. No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
I feel
Didier
like I've been
Deschamps-
cutting you off a lot this episode, so go.
No, me too. It's just Didier Deschamps. Like he comes back-to-back World Cup finals. Like that's impressive.
He called
Special.
up N'Golo Kante for this
He
French
said,
team.
He said re-up.
Yeah?
He said we going back.
Engolo.
So you say you can't trust players from Saudi?
I can't.
Might need to
maybe
trust this one.
Maybe Deschamps can, but he'll learn from his mistake.
I think we're gonna see N'Golo Kante will not have dropped off in quality. I think
but he's
he
a
will
type,
drop
he's
a
type
very
of
good player. He
He's
will
the type
drop.
of player
Breakout player.
can.
That's my breakout player. There's this little known player from Saudi Arabia, N'Golo Kante. He hasn't
really
hit the
good.
scene of Europe
You don't
yet.
know about him yet.
Europe doesn't know him yet.
I do have a player from France being my breakout player, though. You guys
Can we take a guess?
Sure.
Mbappe.
No.
Gignac.
No. Yeah, Gignac.
Ito.
Barcola.
No.
Ito.
No, Zaire Emery.
No.
For
I'm
do you mean?
gonna keep it real with you.
Why?
I'm gonna keep it a
No.
buck with you.
Why no?
I think I might have
Then give me a
Because,
definitive reason why he is not breakout player.
Chouameni, Camavinga, N'Golo Kante.
But wait, you
Seven-
have him as your player of the tournament?
No, my breakout player of the tournament.
He not brother. He's lucky
Bro.
if he breaks out and takes out his bib and gets on the pitch.
Bro, 17 years old, and you're in that conversation to play, start, whatever. He's there.
I'm gonna keep it real with you,
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a cool buck and tell you that he's getting subbed on in these games. He can make a difference if he
Okay.
can.
Also, I would argue
Sub
not even
as
a breakout
breakout.
player. He's been broken out.
No.
No, I'll allow the breakout player.
Acceptable for the age.
How much more breaking can he do?
Pause.
Because then his next step is world class.
The issue is, bro, how are you gonna break out from the bench?
I know,
a whole
that's
nother
difficult.
conversation.
Yeah, that's something Saliba
Really
needs
should
to
have bet
work
on
on.
that. Like that's crazy to say.
Mbappe was in that squad at 18, 17, 18 years old. It's crazy to see these youngsters breaking into that French squad, and he's one of them. So, midfield maestro.
So that's our Group D. Melly, introduce Group E.
This group is made of Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. Belgium are looking like the clear favorites, but the second spot will be a tough battle. Ukraine are vying for a knockout spot, so strong showings from Slovakia and Romania will be necessary. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If Romania ain't 4 on your list, then what you doing? Because Dragusin ain't enough to get you out of this.
Damn, we
group.
started straight with Romania, huh?
Yeah, and Romania has got to be last.
They got
Yeah,
a really young squad that
What if I
might
told
pull
you
up.
they were third?
I wouldn't be against that because
I can't understand how you put someone below them.
Because there's a team here that's below them,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
but all the other teams have some sort of European tournament experience.
Other than like Haji Sun and Dragusin, and first of all, if he wasn't Haji Sun, no one would be speaking about him. But who do they got?
Wait till we get to Slovakia. Wait till we get to Slovakia, then
Slovakia
we'll
is
discuss.
crazy work if you're saying they're fourth. That's crazy. Romania do not have the
And
quality
Slovakia
at all.
were good in qualifying too.
Romania too, though.
Yes.
They're very good in qualifying.
Yeah, well, we don't care about qualifying when it comes to Romania.
Qualifying for everyone else?
Bro, qualifying is a one-way street to help your argument. It's
Yes.
not to put down someone else's.
Yeah. All right, so let's go straight to Slovakia then. Not really much to say. They have some decent players.
Tell me about them, Melly.
You
Lobotka.
can tell them. Yeah.
Tell me about the players.
You can tell me about the players.
Huh.
He's like, where'd you
Lobotka.
put them last?
Bro, I did put them last. It's a bunch of Serie A players.
Lobotka.
Ex-Serie A players.
Perfect.
Lobotka.
Perfect.
Lobotka.
It's really Lobotka running that team.
Lobotka. So
Lobotka.
exactly what pushes them ahead of Romania, which has actually had a pretty like
The fact
driving
that,
team right now.
The fact that most of those players have top 5 league
The fact that-
experience.
Would you rather have a lobotomy or pull up to a major
Okay.
tournament with Lobotka at CDM?
Okay. Something needs to be said about these flags. I'm sorry, this is a side talk, but all these flags look the same. Slovakia, Slovenia, Serbia.
Put a little
If-
shade or something,
no,
bro.
No, yes, because if the flags didn't look so similar, people would stop getting mistaken Serbia for Slovenia for Slovakia, and they'd actually, that's why people aren't rating Romania going to this
These
tournament.
brothers didn't play enough EAFC as
Brother,
kids.
you guys were scared to introduce Slovakia because you weren't sure which team it was.
Because I know every single flag in the history of humanity, and I never
Okay,
get these things
Gabon,
wrong.
but if the flags of Slovakia were a different color, you wouldn't rate them just off the fact that they look like the other ones. I'm saying that because
a
there's
point.
nothing differentiates them and Romania, in my opinion.
Okay. Not like they have like Milan Skriniar.
That's gonna do what?
Like
What screen?
that- What Skriniar gonna do
It's
more
better
than every
who's-
other Romanian
it's better
player
than
that's
who
pulling up,
Romania's
brother?
pulling up with.
Dragusin
Brother,
is better
ugh.
than Skriniar.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again. Repeat that again.
Let's say it for the cameras. Dragusin is better than Skriniar.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
When-
I'm
when's
not,
the
I'm
last
not
time
repping.
Skriniar
I'm not repping Skriniar, but I'm saying Skriniar is much
Sounds
better.
like you're repping him right now.
I ain't repping him.
Inter legend.
Brother, we're comparing him to Dragusin. The bar is really like
Millie,
the
what the hell
lowest it's
Dragusin
ever
play
been.
for?
Bro, Genoa, Spurs, whatever the
Used to play at Genoa. though.
That's why I remember
He
him
missed
at
the whole
Genoa.
step up in his career.
I remember
He did
him at
nothing the
Genoa.
last 6 months. Barely even touched the pitch.
He's not that good.
Anyway.
He just said he's better than
Like Skriniar is that much better. bro.
Anyway, so I have them fourth. I have Slovakia fourth.
Me too.
I have them third.
I have them third.
And Ukraine, I have them second.
I do have them second
I have them
also.
second.
They
Brothers.
got a good young team. You have them first?
I have them first.
What?
Have you seen that team?
Yeah.
Low
Have
key
you seen
fire.
Oh, this always smelled like hipster. I don't know why I didn't see it. I don't know why I didn't
I was
see
waiting for the hipster
Oh,
talk.
you're
to
talking
happen.
about Dobvik, Sudokov,
Sudokov's good.
Yeah.
Chikano. I don't know how to say it.
That could low-key be a good breakout player of the tournament, Sudokov.
Sudokov.
It's
Yeah.
not mine, but could be a good one.
He's 80 million apparently. No?
Well,
I
me
saw the
too.
reports.
If you were my player, I'd say he's 70 mil. Does that make you worth 80 million?
We'll
No.
see. We'll see after this tournament. It's a good team. Very young.
Yeah, I do think they have a fighting chance. but
Barney at center back.
Good.
It's a solid team.
Mikolenko. There's good players all around the pitch.
It's enough for second.
Trubin in nets.
Yeah,
this-
Zinchenko,
for
they have-
Lunin in nets.
Lunin in
Yeah,
They're
they
stacked.
have, they have
They're-
like top 2 league quality.
Zinchenko. Yeah.
Zinchenko.
Didn't even
For
forgot about him.
Like, no, we didn't even talk about Mudryk. We didn't even mention Mudryk.
Mudryk.
And Mudryk isn't even in this team. I don't even think Mudryk.
Tsigankov, who played for Girona
Okay,
this
now
year,
you're,
was
now
good.
you're,
That's
now
what-
you're
that's
getting
what I was trying to
further
say.
flaws.
Tsigankov was good this year for Girona.
I
Is that
actually
the guy
never,
with
I
the
never
foot?
knew that's the way you pronounce it. I've always
Chikango.
ever read the name. I've never actually heard it.
Chikango.
considering the group, they have to be second. I don't think in the stronger groups they don't make that second spot, in my opinion. But they do warrant to get through. Like, let's see, last 16.
If Belgium had a weaker manager, I would agree that they could finish first. But Domenico Tedesco
He's good.
is too good of a manager to let himself finish below.
Whoa, what
Ukraine.
are you basing this off of?
Tedesco's a good young manager. He's probably one of the top international managers here on this list.
Well, maybe if they had him last tournament or even last World Cup or last Euros, then maybe they'd have a fighting
Last
chance.
Euros, they were actually not bad either.
Brother, they lost to us.
Yeah, but they weren't bad. They were decent. They played well
They
too.
should have swept the floor with us.
Is that the Doku
They should have
masterclass?
slept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they should
you're
have
pulling
slept
up with
the
what?
red
And
flame.
they have Doku, but they also have my breakout player of the tournament, Johan Bakayoko. The
Oh
player who
my
you said
God.
was Dutch. I
yeah.
actually have him as my breakout. Imagine pulling up with wingers like Doku and Bakayoko, left, right. You good luck stopping that. And then you have
Crazy
Lukaku at
dribblers.
striker who's just there to ready to bang.
Right.
That's unfair, Varvar.
Varvar.
I should have taken that tactic. Just take a young winger that's fast, flashy, and he will break out. Whether
Brother,
he
the
breaks out
last
or-
breakout player of the tournament was Doku, I would say, at the Euros last one.
That's what I'm basing it off of because people haven't seen him, so they start seeing him. They're like, oh, this brother fast. He's technical.
Yo, where'd he come from?
Where'd he
He's
come
linked
from?
to Juve, actually, by the way.
Oh, that would be such a shame, bro.
According to who?
What a
According,
wasted
I saw a couple on Twitter.
Send me them.
Okay.
I'm interested.
By the
Varvar,
way,
He's gonna fondle himself at night to these links.
Yep.
It's crazy, Varvar, that you say that they're gonna be like, good, but like I have them as my flop of the season.
Really, me too.
I have them as the
Okay,
flop of the
this
season.
is getting a bit weird now.
Bro, there's no communication between
No,
me
you
and
guys
him
need to
whatsoever.
like. You guys need to
You
like
guys need to get a
Nah,
room, bro.
nah.
That's what you need to do.
lock lips.
you and Varva already got the room.
Millie,
you
what
already
ma-
booked it.
Millie, what makes them flop of the tournament in your opinion?
Every single.
We need to get
every
each other
single
some Belgian
tournament-
chocolates over here.
Maybe
You
a
go get
Belgian
some
moon or
Belgian
something, a couple beers.
Go eat some Swiss cheese, bro.
Lobotomy.
Every tournament, disappointment. Nothing clicks. There's always something that's wrong. No Courtois either.
If you can just keep a defensively solid team, they're gonna do good things this tournament because that front four is unstoppable. De Bruyne, Lukaku, Bakayoko, Doku,
And how was it when they had Hazard?
Trossard.
And how was it when they had Hazard in his prime with a younger De Bruyne and a prime Lukaku? Where did that lead them? Nowhere.
They didn't have that other side winger.
But my
Yeah,
problem.
and they still had Vertonghen. They still had
Yes.
other Wild that were better. Now they're still pulling up with those
That's
brothers.
my problem.
And they're still garbage.
I think they're gonna do decent. I could see them making a semis. I could see it.
Thing is that they're in an easier group.
Who's in next
Yeah.
now? Castiles?
Yeah, Castiles or Cells or
They are in an easier group, so it's hard to say that they're not going to make it out and say they're a flop. But I do think like round of 16 quarterfinal, it could get ugly.
Lukaku's gonna pad his Belgium stats.
Oh
in this
my
group.
God,
think
Lukaku's
we'll
actually
see,
going
we'll
to
see.
deny himself stats because
You're
he's
gonna
going to be
see
in the front of
how
the
many
net.
prediction.
I will hate watch
prediction
with
prediction,
such envy.
Prediction time. How many goals does Lukaku score this tournament?
None.
None?
Zero.
I'm
serious?
going for 6.
Oh, you're blackout, bro. You're blackout.
How many?
wild.
How many?
I'm saying 2.
Yeah, I'm good with 2, bro. That's
Because
what
he's
I'm
gonna stop goals
saying.
with his big head.
That's what
Couple
I'm
of
saying.
Underrated. So underrated.
I
his
will
shiny
not. I
forehead.
will
God,
hate
oh my
watch him so much.
Romelu, if you're watching this, I was there from day one.
He wants it.
Romelu, if you watch this, I was with you from day one, and now I don't want to hear from you ever again.
Inter fan.
That's
by the way.
crazy because
Yeah.
he's actually gonna hear this, bro.
Good.
He's definitely watching. By
I
the
hope
way.
so.
This Lukaku Golden Boot compilation is gonna crack.
He's gonna end. He's gonna end the tournament with 0, 0, 0, 0 goals. Comp that.
Calm that.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Millie, we're moving on to the final group, Group F. Please introduce it.
This is Group F. Portugal find themselves in the group along with Turkey, Czechia, and Georgia. Although the favorites to top the group, Turkey will be competing for that first spot as well. Kavaradona's Georgia will be hoping to make their nation proud along with Patrick Schick's Czechia. Let's see where the boys rank them.
Wow, England's here again. I think it's a mistake.
Georgia.
Yeah, England.
Okay, bro.
You got me nervous for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, they put a U.S. state in the Euros?
No.
Hey, how does that work?
But this is the England flag, not the Georgia.
Horny.
Unpopular opinion, I got Georgia second in this group.
Unpopular opinion, you're freaking dense.
Who? Mama,
Because,
who's going?
no,
Mama
because look, you only see Georgia as Kvara and Mamardashvili.
What do you see?
Because
it
I'm
as?
really looking at
I see it as
Mamardashvili on that
Kvara
lineup.
and Mamardashvili and Mikautse up top. Mikautse is a good player,
yeah, he
brother.
is good.
Spell
He was one of
Mikautse.
the top players. Mikaudtze.
Yada, yada, yada. Spell Marshadishvili.
Mamardashvili?
Marshadishvili.
This isn't a spelling bee video, but I think you have one of Serie A's best players. You have one of the best goalies in La Liga. In Ligue 1, Mikautse has been one of the best players in Ligue 1 this season. I would argue with that star power, and if we really deepen it, always boils down to star power in these international tournaments. Star power wins you games, and I think they're gonna get out of the groups.
I mean, they are a small nation. This is I'm glad they're in this tournament, but
Bro,
brother,
Millie.
they're last.
Why you
They're
saying it like
Millie's
that?
writing a LinkedIn message.
They're last. I'm commenting on their LinkedIn page. Congrats. The auto comment.
Congrats, Georgia. But no, I'm agreeing. I'm also gonna have them fourth. No disrespect, but
I have them fourth.
Yeah.
But I see where Varver's coming from.
yeah.
Barbara, I love the enthusiasm though.
I definitely think they're gonna be one team to like keep
watch.
up with during the tournament.
Next team up, it is Czechia. Where are we putting them?
Just boring.
Yeah, it's boring. I have them third.
I got them second.
I have them
I have
third.
them third.
You have them second.
Yeah, I think they go through, but
Who pushes them
Decent
over
team.
the top?
They're decent.
yeah,
I'm not
decent
gonna
team.
cap.
Decent young team. I got a couple other players on
Young
the,
team,
on the darts.
Shufal, Suchek, Schick, all these young players.
Yeah, young gun shit. Really breakout
Suchek.
tournament.
Yeah.
Woo! Ripe age
Must
of
have
30.
missed his Wonder Kid era, but yeah. Look, decent team. You can't
Who do
complain.
they have at defense? Like, I'm just trying to think of the team. It just, I don't know. Quality-wise, it doesn't seem to be there. And
The next team up is Turkey, boys. Çalhanoğlu's team. Yıldız's team. A bit of star power there.
I wish I knew like something that said Forza Turkey.
Aruz Pachucho works.
I wish I-
Last in the group.
No. What?
You're really giving them that Euro 2020 treatment, aren't you?
Because, brother, they were supposed to be the dark horses last tournament.
Okay.
What ended up happening there, bro?
They
now they're
got
better.
pumped every single game.
Yes, and since then, what happened?
They,
Arda Güler.
they have not won 7 in their last like 5 games or 6 games in qualifying.
Well, they played Italy.
five
They
goals.
played Italy in a friendly before the tournament, and it was 0-0.
That's a more
they're
stronger
both
game.
No, that's a
No.
more accurate
That's a
representation.
better representation of what to see in the tournament.
Look,
But
it
I
would
don't know
not
if it's-
surprise me if they did well.
Do they not have an Italian manager?
Vincenzo Montella, and that's the reason why I put them third. Is just the team does not perform well under
He's Italian, so he must be good.
He
guy-
managed
But
Milan.
Firms, why didn't you put them last if they had Montella? Milan legend.
Or-
Vincenzo
No.
Montella is horrible, bro.
He is terrible.
I don't know how he keeps
terrible.
getting jobs. I
But
don't know.
you're the one who said they have Vincenzo Montella.
That's why I
Why
put them
put him
third.
third?
Oh, okay. Well, they should be last.
No. This leads to my breakout player of the season, Kenan Yildiz.
Oh, boy.
Marco.
What a shocker.
You should have
What a
said
shocker.
Arda Güler. Arda Güler's a better player.
No,
to
because
put for
Arda
that.
Güler's known. He's known.
Real
Yildiz,
Madrid.
the map has not figured out Yildiz. This guy has the potential higher than Arda Güler, in my opinion.
No,
and we're gonna see it. in this tournament.
no. Ask any Turkish football fan, they will completely disregard what you just said.
I'm not interested in talking to them.
That's crazy work.
The Arda
Yildiz-
Güler with 5 goals and 5 starts for Real Madrid.
Oh, you know the. Actually, you don't know. You guys know the Real. That's just Real storyline tags right there.
Bro,
Crazy
Guler
work.
is good.
He's good. I could see Yildiz and Güler doing really well this tournament, but they only have like 3 games to prove it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a lot of time to show that.
Georgia
good.
and Czechia.
Yeah, they have the same time too. They have the same amount of games. So, I mean, it could be the tournament for Yildiz if they get past. I have them going through. So, who knows? Maybe in the round of 16, quarterfinal.
I think
maybe.
they get pumped. Well, I
They
think
can
if they
either
make
get
it out of the
pumped-
groups, they get pumped.
So it's,
No,
it's-
I think if they make it out of the groups, they prove they're a stable team. I think they could go.
Yeah.
For me, 1 is obvious, and then the rest, like you can put in any order. I would not be surprised.
Agreed.
so now let's go to that number 1 team. It is Portugal.
The winners of the tournament for me.
Oh,
What?
Winners of the tournament.
Are you nuts?
One of the most dominant qualifying campaigns the sport has ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
Ever seen.
I don't like basing it off of qualifying.
That's the only sample size you have of the players playing together, though. That's the issue.
You can. I feel like going to past tournaments is just as important because that's the way the team jives in an actual
Now,
stressful
I'm
situation.
going to go to past tournaments and I'm going to go to qualifying. The best player for Portugal has been Bruno Fernandes, who's my player of the tournament.
Now we know why. Now we know
There
why
we
he
go.
said
So late.
that.
Because he's been Portugal's best player now. Ronaldo passed the torch, I feel like, to Bruno Fernandes.
That brother.
that's a
Out of
big
all the
por-
brothers
that's
to
a-
pass it to, they passed it to Bruno Fernandes. That's crazy
Bro,
work.
Bruno Fernandes for Portugal,
Oh my god.
He's good.
he's
been
like a
very
top
good.
5 international
He was
player
good in the
world.
last Euros. I can't deny.
The World
very
Cup,
good.
he was insane.
World
But let
Cup,
me
he
ask
was
you,
very
what
good.
changed from this Portugal team from last Euros or the last World Cup to now?
The dependence on Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's true.
But now the dependence shouldn't even be there. They just called him up to save face.
But now I feel like if you don't start Ronaldo, it's not that egregious.
No, it shouldn't be because he
No,
knows
I don't
that
think it is.
It shouldn't be though.
But let's not step over the fact that yes, it might not be the best to start Ronaldo every game, but the brother did finish top scorer of qualifying.
That's why.
Like he had a very good qualifying.
I wouldn't be
Yeah, but we
Ronaldo
know,
out completely.
but we
I'm not
know-
out Ronaldo. I'm not Ronaldo out completely. I'm not saying
This is
if
crazy.
you win it if you drop Ronaldo. I'm saying Ronaldo plays a key part in that win
This
also.
is
Yeah.
crazy. This
That-
is crazy now.
I don't think it shouldn't be that more like. If you were to have a key part, it would have been in 2016.
You guys are crazy. Like, do you hear what you're talking about? If you would show this clip to yourself two seasons ago when he was at United, bro, you would actually have like.
Yeah, but he was at United, not Portugal.
No,
Portugal
it's just
is a good
because
team.
it's because the media was so upon him, and then now the media is off of him. So now you guys are
Bro,
like.
he just
have-
dropped a record goal scoring campaign in Saudi. He still
That
got
doesn't
some.
mean anything.
talking
He still
about,
got
man?
something to offer.
not for
I would
Portugal's
not
system.
start him every single game. There's certain games where you could say, I think we're better off without
You
Ronaldo.
can't choose when to start Ronaldo. He either is the system or he is not in
I
the
agree with
team.
that.
There's
I
no
agree with
mid ground. You guys were the advocates for this 2 seasons ago.
But
and
I think
what
now
happened?
he's not undroppable in my opinion.
Just imagine. Just
Disgusting.
imagine.
This has to be his last tournament. Maybe 2026. I think maybe there might be a
Maybe.
chance, but this is definitely his last Euros. I cannot
Bro, I
see
hope
him
it is.
playing a part in this. It is
Ronaldo
not.
starts on Italy at striker.
Yes.
Okay, good for us. But
Okay,
who's talking about Italy?
big whoop, big tickle. Don't care.
Unfortunately, I think that Ronaldo, you guys need to move past him. You need to move past the Ronaldo carry generation.
I'm
Not yet.
against the Ronaldo starting every game.
Bro, why would you not want to have him come on as a sub, bro? That is Ronaldo's most dangerous time is when he comes on in the 75th minute, fresh legs versus
I
guys that are
think
tired.
this group stage he's gonna eat. Like absolutely
course.
feast.
So these are our predictions for the Euro 2024 tournament. Some big teams going through, and we're hoping that this tournament is going to be one for the ages.
And don't forget to leave your winner, player of the tournaments, and flops in the comments. We're going to be reading them and liking all your comments. And don't forget to sub because we're posting twice a week during the Euros, so don't miss
YouTube.
out on
On
any
YouTube.
content.
More content on the way.
We'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.
Peace.